Split is directed by M. Night Shyamalan and stars James McAvoy. James McAvoy plays Kevin, and Kevin has 24 different personalities living inside his body. After 3 girls are kidnapped by James McAvoy, they must find some of the different personalities that can help them while running away and staying alive from the others. There's a lot of different personalities, but when watching this movie you only really get to know 4 or 5 of them. You get to meet Hedwig, who's a young 9-year-old boy. You get to meet Patricia, who's kind of like the leader, Dennis, who's the helper, Barry, who's the one who's kind of outspoken and meets another woman, his psychiatrist. And what makes this movie really intriguing and fascinating and so inventive is that James McAvoy just is so different in each of these roles. Yes, they are all different personalities, but James McAvoy knew how to handle each of these roles. You really felt like behind the door where these girls were staying that there was actually 24 different James McAvoys, like 24 real life people, actual human beings, and each one of them was different, just not one James McAvoy with 24 different personalities. He was so different. If it was his mannerisms, I mean, obviously the looks were different, but the way he talked, the things he liked, his hobbies, whatever it was, all of these characters honestly felt different. And some of them added for some suspenseful moments, and there was Hedwig who adds for some comedic moments. Unfortunately, this movie is split.
He said it! He said it!
Between the girls at this house with James McAvoy and James McAvoy going to meet his psychiatrist and it's those scenes are kind of a drag. They're boring. It's very exposition heavy where, you know, she's telling us how people with split personalities are and, you know, how they can help the world and different things like that. So it's very exposition heavy and to the point where it's kind of dragging and it's boring, but I want to get back to the moments with the 3 girls that are kidnapped and James McAvoy because that's when the movie is a lot of fun and the movie is very suspenseful at those times. So the movie is split.
There it is! There it is!
Between those 2 storylines, and I honestly liked one of them not so much. But when they get past those moments and the meetings, the movie does get really suspenseful. It picks up. It's still very intriguing throughout. It's crazy because you're sitting there thinking at any time James McAvoy can switch to another different personality and could really change up the movie. And they do a couple times, so the movie is always staying fresh and keeping the audience on the edge of their seat wondering what's going to happen next with these different identities. So Split, I really did like. I was surprised by this film. I loved how James McAvoy portrayed these different personalities and how each one of them honestly felt different. And the movie dragged a little at times and was a little exposition heavy, but when it focused mainly on these girls at the house and James McAvoy, that's when the movie's a lot of fun. That's when I really enjoyed it. The ending was great. The end credit scenes were awesome, by the way. Definitely stay for those. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Split a B+. So, have you guys seen Split? Where does it rank with the other M. Night Shyamalan films? I do think that Signs is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan film. That movie disturbed me as a kid. So thank you guys for watching. As always, the support is greatly appreciated. This is Just Watches Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.